Welcome to the shift. Tonight's guest is Jesse. He's an Instagram influencer that I've been following for about a year now. You're just creeping to 200,000 followers, and you've done that by making some crazy videos. Just crazy, funny videos that I've been watching for like a year. And the funny thing is that my brother, he's a Marine. He's stationed overseas right now, right next to Asia. And I just recently saw that he's been following you for like about a year, about the same amount of time.
Huh? The connections.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And I was like, bro, I'm gonna have him on the show, and he's like, dude, no way, that guy's hilarious. Like, I'll be watching his shit. So we're like sending it back and forth. But I'm really glad you made it to the show and you came by, man.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here.
But
a little nervous, but I'm glad to be here.
For sure, yeah. No, everybody gets nervous, man. Like, I'm nervous. But no. So the reason that I brought you on the show though is because you have this crazy story that I've heard you say like little blips about through the content. Mm-hmm. So usually when I'm watching the content, I'm laughing. It's a good time. But there's some times where you get real and you let people in kind of on your real life. Mm-hmm. And I've heard some crazy stuff about like drug addiction, being homeless. But then I see you on the other side and you got this big bright smile every morning. It's good morning, boys. Let's lock in. Let's get it going. Yeah. So I was really curious, and I think everybody else is probably, as well, to know what the rest of the story is with you. So So let's start with your name and where you're from.
Well, my name is Jesse Adam Morales. I was born in Riverside County in Indio. And, that's where I basically grew up and started my whole journey. My parents got separated when I was probably about I don't really remember, probably like 6 or 8, something around that time. And, I just remember my mom asking me, where do you want to go live? I told her I want to live with my dad, and I lived with my dad for a while. Stuff ended up going sideways there for a lot of different reasons, and ended up back with my mom by the time I was like 12. And, my mom was just a single mom, doing the best she could. I was raised Christian and, just really loving and caring. Like, I wasn't a fighter, I was always not necessarily running from problems, but I just stayed clear from drama. I just wasn't
you're not a confrontational kid growing up.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're just a chill kid.
Yeah, just chilling. And I was out on the streets a lot. My mom couldn't really control me, And,
okay, so let's rewind a little bit, or let's kind of get to you. So elementary school, like those younger years, are they pretty normal for a kid? You're just growing up nice and easy?
Nah, yeah. By the time I think I got expelled in the 2nd grade for
expelled.
Yeah, I was selling my mom's Vicodin to the other kids on some kid. I was selling on the school bus, and the kid ended up ratting on me, and I got expelled for selling drugs. Yeah.
In the
2nd grade.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. And what gave you the ideas? Do you remember to sell drugs in the 2nd grade?
I don't know. I don't know how I got to just creeping in my mom's pill cabinet, and just, I don't know, maybe I was influenced by the things around me, but I just I was taking them, and they were making me feel good, and I wanted to share it with other people, I guess, and make money.
You were taking them Vicodins in 2nd grade?
Well, yeah, because I was stealing them from my mom. Yeah.
But in 2nd grade, I didn't think to steal Vicodins from my mom. How did that come about?
So, basically, when I was, younger, 6, 7, 8, because I have 2 older sisters and an older brother. My brother's 12 years older, my other sister's 8 years older, my other sister's 6 years older. And so they were kind of, growing up, just watching them, skate and party and, just doing everything. I just, soaked it all in. And then by the time, they all grew up and were out of the house and it was just me by myself, I kind of just started, wilding, I guess.
Okay. So you saw your older siblings a lot kind of running around and getting into trouble?
Not necessarily getting into trouble, but, they didn't even do drugs, really. It was, I can't remember. Well, obviously, yeah. I was into popping pills and stuff before my brother smoked oxy with me for the first time when I was 12 or 13. So I'm not really sure.
Do you remember if you took it on accident or if you just saw a movie? You're just what is this?
It was intentional, but I don't really remember the first time
it was intentional
that it happened. Yeah, I just remember being expelled for that, and actually, I do. I was just stealing her pills. I don't know how I did it. I don't know why I did it, but I just remember crushing them up and shit. I don't know where I learned that from either.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I remember all about like the first time I saw drugs.
Yeah.
And how to get high, and like the movies, and like I could tell you each one.
And then, well, a lot of it, like, it's hard to even bring all this up because most of it's been a blur for so long. You know?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it like after you get expelled with your mom? Do you just go into another school and?
Yeah, continuation schools, it got worse. Got a lot worse.
Okay, and how's your mom treating you at the time? Is she like, this is just my kid, like I have normal care? Or is she like, dude, like you're a problem?
She's concerned, crying every night. You know, I put my mom through the worst, bro.
Okay, even early on. Was your mom using?
No, she drank wine. She was a heavy drinker. In the beginning, like when I was around that age, but she stopped drinking when I was like 17 or 18.
Okay,
So,
but through your like middle school years and stuff, is she like getting drunk?
no.
Okay, so she's just drinking wine, whatever.
Yeah,
she's not an addict.
No, she drinks wine. She was drinking wine daily, but she wasn't like, you know, like violent or like yelling or drunk or getting in trouble. She got a DUI one time, and that's what made her quit.
But as a kid, when you're seeing your mom drink and you're seeing her drink wine, do you know that, oh, mom drinks that wine every day and she does that to like soothe and calm
Probably.
down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
So you can see that like mom drinks, like mom has a drinking issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And on top of that, like, yeah, dude, it's weird. I don't know where the addiction stems from.
Yeah, I'm just
know?
wondering what kind of influence there are, because
Yeah,
you take it to
me
the
too.
extreme.
Yeah.
And
And
so
I took it to the extreme.
Yeah. So I'm like, I want to know, and I think we all want to know, like, how does that even happen? Like, where does it begin? How early? For you saying that it starts at second grade is incredible. That in second grade, you're already selling Vicodins and taking Vicodins and crushing pills. I got
Yeah.
suspended in the second grade for, like, sexual harassment, which was crazy, too. But, like, usually it's fighting or something else.
Yeah.
It's not selling drugs. It's definitely not using them. But,
Yeah.
okay, so you go through the continuation schools, and then are you still just taking a lot of pills?
No, well, yeah. Oh man, by the time I got into like, I remember I was in the 6th grade in like a continuation school. It was called, forget where it was called, but it was in Colton somewhere, and I was taking a lot of ecstasy at school. So like I was rolling balls in class.
Yeah,
you know,
in the 6th grade?
In like 6th grade, yeah, and so I got away from the Vicodin and stuff after that, and I started doing a lot of ecstasy and stuff, and that's when that's what like kind of builded the relationship between me and my brother to start doing heroin together, was the fact that I was already doing ecstasy when he came down to visit when I was already at a young age. So,
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah.
I was already doing ecstasy with a friend of mine, and the friend of mine that introduced me to heroin, we had already been doing a lot of ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you hear like, oh, like the ecstasy's full of heroin. Like, you're already doing heroin, bro. It's in the X. You know, like it's already cut with it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like what made it like kind of okay for me to step on. But anyways, so you start doing ecstasy in like 6th grade and you're rolling balls at school?
Yeah.
A lot or like just a few times?
Well, I was doing it like every day until like, you know, I realized that you can't be doing it every day because it wears off, you know, it starts to not have the same effect. But then I started really selling it and shit, so I was really taking it a lot for years, raving really hard.
Raving
and, like,
really hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay. So when does that come to an end?
The raving and stuff probably came to an end around like 17 or 18 when I started getting really heavy into like heroin and stuff.
Okay. When's the first time you do heroin, or that it's brought in front of you?
So it started when I was like in middle school, like 12, 13, when my brother came to visit, and it was the Oxy 80s, and then he ended up going back to Spokane, Washington, where he lived, and I just remember wanting that same high that I felt when we did it together. And I ask around, I'm asking the skaters at school and like all the people that fuck around that I know, and they tell me about heroin, the tar, and then I just started doing that, and I was doing that for like a long time, you know, just like throwing up. And
How old were you?
Like 12, 13. Yeah. Right? That makes sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you were 12, 13 when you started doing heroin.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get.
But so you started doing that before you started raving and all that? Like while you're raving and all that, you're already doing heroin?
Yeah, I was, but it's weird. I wasn't like fully addicted. Like, you know, it's like I tried it for a little bit when I was really young, and then I was just like really experimenting a lot with like ecstasy and then
other psychedelics too or anything?
Shrooms, acid, whatever. Just taking anything I could.
Just party drugs to have fun at the rave, yeah.
Yeah, and but I wasn't really like full blown addicted that I can really remember.
Okay, but you said by the time 17 comes around, like graduated high school age, getting into 18 is when you start getting heavy into heroin?
Now that I remember, what really started getting me heavy into heroin is when I injected for the first time. So basically when I just smoked heroin, I was kind of able to like manage it, like do it like on and off here and there, whatever.
That was like me, like I smoked like a few times.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were just talking about when you really started getting into heroin.
Yeah.
And you said it was the first time you injected.
Yeah.
How old were you the first time that you injected?
I believe I was like 17.
Okay, and who showed you how to do it?
I lived in Yucaipa, California, which is like, it's really fucking smoked out place, just like a lot of places out here, you know? But yeah. I hear the word Yucaipa actually means like some crazy shit like the devil's playground or something in Indian or some shit. Which
it makes sense. It's fucked up over there.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, I went over to some guy's house. He was like super rich and nice. His name was Nick. They were shooting up heroin, and I was there to smoke it, obviously, because I had, you know, fucked around and shit. But, you know, they were like, you know, you want to try, or they're all high and shit. Obviously, they get around to injecting somebody for their first time. And I'm thinking back to it, that's fucking wild. Like, but then I ended up being that person. Like, once I became addicted years in, like, I injected people for their first time too. I don't know how many people, but I can remember feeling that I just felt, you know, of how fucked up it is looking back.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not the same person today.
For sure.
But yeah,
so you went and they kind of egged you on, and they
injected me, bro, and I didn't necessarily OD, but like I kind of woke up with my face in like this really nice fur carpet in my own throw up, you know.
Oh my god,
it was intense, you know.
That's insane, bro.
And then I rode the public transportation back home and had to get off because I threw up on the bus and got like motion sickness from still all fucked up, and I was fucked up for like 3 days, bro. I swear to God.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then, but I still craved that feeling, and I went on the search, bro. Then I became a IV needle user, bro, and my whole world fucking crumbled down to a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does your mom know that you're using heroin at this age?
No, she didn't end up finding out until like after me using for like a few years. I want to say she like walked in on me with a needle in my arm or something crazy. Like, yeah.
Okay, wait, we can't just skip over that, dude. Okay, what happened with that?
Well, cause you know, you just nod out like when you're you know, you're trying to be secretive. You know, you're thinking that you're gonna be able to do it and just put it away, but then you wake up to like your mom standing over you and you have your pants down with a needle in your leg because you're out of veins and all your other places. And I shot my whole body out quick, bro. Like all my veins were gone, and like all the good easy places like quick, just because I wasn't doing it right, using dull needles, fucking, to where eventually I was just slamming straight into my palms of my hands, my fucking dick, my forehead.
What?
I remember I walked out the shower one time with a big ass knot on my head and told my mom I slipped in the shower because I straight missed a shot into my forehead. Yeah.
That's insane. And your mom doesn't know that this is happening. Your body's shot out and she doesn't know what's going on.
Nah, yeah, she I'm sure she does. She's probably suspecting it, but like I said,
I mean, nobody wants to think that their son's doing heroin.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah. I remember before I was doing heroin, she walked in on me smoking weed at like, you know, 13, 14, like literally with the pipe in my hand. And so it's like she knew that I was getting into shit at a young age. Yeah. So, and then once my face starts getting all picked out, because I was doing a lot of meth at the same time. So I was always mixing.
Bro, you were doing it all.
Yeah. Well, I would literally like do meth every day to like get my feelings upward, and then I would do heroin to like knock myself out every day. Yeah. just to like, I was literally not even on Earth, bro. I was just fucking living for the sack every day.
That's fucking insane. Okay. So most people that are doing this, some kind of trauma's happened, right? Some kind of big age, you're like, dude, my fucking dad died, and I started doing heroin at like 12, right? Or I got raped or something.
Well, actually, yeah, you're right. I think it was mostly the breakup between my baby mama, because we broke up when I was 18. So.
Wait, no, you were already doing drugs by then.
Yeah, I was doing drugs when I met my baby mama secretly. Like the whole time, like I got with my baby mama when she was like 14 and I was like 16, or like she was 15 and I was like 16, but by the time
gap.
I was okay,
like a 2-year gap, yeah.
Yeah, so nothing like fucking weird or nothing. But when I turned 18, she ended up she was like 16, pregnant with my daughter, and I remember I brought her up. I had a best friend. We rapped together. We got high together. You know, we did it rave together. Like, he was like a brother to me. And I brought her over one day. And then after that, I remember the vibes like shifting. She started like, you know, not talking to me and being all disrespectful. And then next thing you know, they're together. And yeah, dude. And they've been together ever since.
When you're 18? Or 17?
Yeah. And
how old was your daughter?
She's 12 now.
How old was she at the time that she switches to dating your friend?
She was pregnant with her, I believe. Yeah,
what?
Bro. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So he started basically like raising my daughter, and like she you know, stopped talking to me, and she was my first love, you know. So like yeah, like I truly loved her, and she was like everything was perfect, you know. It's just I was getting too high all the time, you know. And
okay.
And then eventually.
And she didn't get high.
Nah, she didn't. I was like the bad influence on her, like getting her to like smoke weed out of an apple for her first time, when her parents are gone, type shit.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, and yeah, and
So at that point, I mean, were you like really rough to the point that she was like, I don't want this guy around my kid. Like, I'd rather like date his friend.
Yeah,
Do you think that's more of what it was, or like?
Yeah, I think so. I felt that too. Like I felt like deep down inside that like, I couldn't be what she needed, you know. And obviously my friend could, and that's the closest thing to me that she could get.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it even yeah.
Okay, so let's get back. So you wake up to your mom catching you with the needle, and she's like, "You're doing heroin." Mm-hmm. What happens then?
How
old are you at that point? My bad.
She tries to work with me. But believe me, it's all kind of a blur. But I'm doing my best to give you like exact time frames.
For sure.
Stuff,
yeah, I'm sorry.
know?
I know I put it like this for the show, so it's chronological. But yeah.
But probably like in between 16 and 18.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And yeah, she was supportive, you know, for the first probably few times because once she caught me, you know, I think that was like the only time, other than like, you know, her just like finding my paraphernalia or me like leaving at places or seeing me all fucked up or like, you know, stealing from her.
Did she try to get you in rehab?
Oh yeah, she tried to. Not necessarily rehab because we didn't have money for it, but like my mom she's heaven sent, you know what I'm saying? Like she tried and tried and tried. I lived with her probably till I was like 20, probably like 21, 22. But I lived in the backyard. Like, so I think she kicked me out like when I turned 18, and kind of I was like hopping the fence for like years. It seemed like kind of just like living in the backyard, and everything had like cobwebs on it, and like it was just weird. But she was always there, you know, always being supportive.
Didn't you guys go through being homeless together?
Yeah.
And how old were you when that happened?
When we started being homeless, that was around the time that I got expelled and everything. Yeah, around
second
12,
grade. Yeah. 12 is like 6th
12
grade.
is like 6th grade, yeah. So probably like 10.
Okay, like fifth grade-ish. Okay, so like 10 years old, you guys. How'd you guys become homeless?
we lived in a really nice apartment complex. My mom had a good job. We were supported by, like other family members that are like doing like really well off and stuff, so they're helping us get on our feet. And but she got a DUI, and I guess it ruined her job, and it ruined like a lot of things, and we weren't able to afford like the nice apartment. And then on top of that, me and these kids in the apartment, we were always like damaging property and just doing stupid
It's like
shit.
tagging and shit, or
Tagging,
breaking
shit, yeah. And literally, and they told us that they like had us on camera and kicked us out for that. So
yeah, so like
yeah, I knocked my mom off of our feet. I knocked her off, and we ended up in this homeless shelter on 3rd Street in downtown Riverside, called I think it was called like the Path of Life or some shit. Yeah, I still remember that. It's crazy. Yep. And yeah, man, they kick you out at 4 a.m. and you can't come, or they kick you out at 7 a.m. and you can't come back till 4 p.m. every day.
7 days a week?
Yeah, 7 days a week. It's pretty cool. Let you shower and all that good stuff. And we stayed there for a little bit, and then after that, we transitioned into this place called King Hall in Moreno Valley, which is like transitional housing for women and children. And you could stay there for 2 years for free, as long as you're working. And yeah, so we stayed there for 2 years, and my mom just like, we saved up money.
Damn.
And
Okay. And so that comes to an end, and what happens? Like, how's it get better? That you guys get housing?
I believe my mom she was just killing it, always trying.
So she just hustled through it, and she was like, "Hey, we're back."
Yeah, she was working like cleaning jobs, like doing therapy, like going to school, like worship at church, like whatever she was.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Hey, we're not gonna be here no more. We're gonna go back to like an apartment or something like that."
Well, actually, we went to. That's when we moved to the house in Yucaipa, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get out, Yucaipa happens, all that.
Yeah.
And 18 years old, you're found, or you're shooting. So you're just like full-fledged heroin addict.
Yeah.
At 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so what's your living situation? What's your job? Like, what's your life situation at 18? What's life like?
I never got a job until I got out of prison. My whole life, I was just mom's money and panhandling. Yeah,
so when did you start panhandling?
When I was like 18, like honestly younger than that, like middle school, I was panhandling. I don't know how I got into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so like 17, do you graduate high school?
Mm-mm.
So how much high school do you do?
I dropped down 11th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an early time to drop out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 11th or 10th actually.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
And okay, so you drop out. You're a mess. And then at what point does your mom kick you out where she's like, you can't be here no more?
It was she kicked me out like 4 or 5 times, between the span of like 18 to 24, 25 when I went to prison.
Okay.
But for like
so in that time that you're getting kicked out, how much time are you spending out in the streets?
There were so from 18 to like 22, it was probably like in and out like every couple of months, or like, just, I'm not sure. But before I went to prison, I didn't see my mom for like 2 years, it seemed like, even though we were in the same town.
Okay.
She said she would see me from afar, like, and just cry, and she couldn't go up to me, or she didn't want to see me like that, but she would see me with my shopping cart, or but my mom would see me, but I was too fucked up, like, you see the scars on my face, like literally I'd be having like pick marks on my face, like shopping cart, like fucking the whole 9, like fucking abscesses, like all kinds of way out shit.
Okay, so at what age? They're like 20 years old, between 20. So from 18 to like 24, you said you went
probably
to prison?
like 22. That's when I got like for real kicked out. Like, you can't be on the property no more.
And it's rough. You're on the streets.
Yeah.
Anything crazy or memorable happen out there that you can remember that was kind of rough?
Yeah, man. I bent down to tie my shoe one day, and this guy kicked me in my face with a steel toe just for asking a question, like random bullshit, being ran up on in the middle of the night, like when you're just chilling like at your campsite, you know, like people ODing, you know, people dying, you know, yeah, people getting punched in the face. This one guy made me a sandwich. This one guy made me a burger one time. I came over to this smoker ass house that I was always at. It was like a fucking smoker house, and this big tatted up guy from prison or something. I was rapping, and like I was kind of like hood famous where I was at, and people knew my music. And this girl that he was with got to asking me about like my music because she heard my song or something, and it like tickled him like the wrong way. And he made me a full-on hamburger, like asked me to come outside, gave me a plate, bro, and just fucking socked me so fucking hard in the side of my head, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro, and I fell to the ground and fucking scared as fuck and just instantly jumped up and fucking hit the cut, hopped the fence and dipped out. And I stood right there in shock, catching my breath. I think I threw up and shit from the adrenaline. And then the guy my homie, he came out. I was like, bro, what the fuck? You know, he was like, I don't know, man. Just come back tomorrow.
What the fuck? That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you get arrested? Or what prison, jail? What how does this happen?
The first time I got arrested, bro, is because I went into a pet shop with my mom, and I'm always on the hunt to steal. You know, no matter where I go, no matter what I'm doing, I was just in that mindset, always trying to steal, come up. And I ended up stealing the clerk's fucking phone, fucking at the register, fucking not even thinking about cameras or fucking nothing.
Yeah, he's like, oh, just
and the cops show up at my door like a couple weeks later, and I'm frying balls on acid with like all these fucking other smokers that I let in my house.
What?
And they knock on my door and they tell me they got me on camera for stealing fucking this iPhone, and it was like $1,200, so it's a serious crime. It's not like petty theft or whatever.
Wait a minute. And you're fried on acid and you open the door to the cops?
Yeah. Yeah, well, because fucking my windows are all open. Fucking they rolled up, and like, you know, my vibes weren't strong enough to just not answer the door. You know what I mean? I was just kind of like, you know, let's answer it, fucking, and then they got me to open the door. We were at a little standoff for a while, you know, like I'm not gonna open the door, you know, fucking, and they ended up getting me to open the door, and then they grabbed me, and then they put me on my face on the hot ass concrete in my driveway. Yeah, now I'm remembering, and yeah, dude, fucking, they were like, do you want these guys to stay? Is that okay? And I'm like, my dumb ass, like, yeah, that's cool. I come back, they robbed my entire fucking house. But I stayed in jail when I was 18. I went to jail for the first time, fucking frying balls. I get there, and they're all fucking, they're all trying to break the rules. They have a piece of paper with all the rules, and they're trying to tell me all the rules. And I grab them like, bro, bear with me, bro. Like, I'm high as fuck on acid right now. You know, and the whole paper is just melting. Everyone's melting. Like, everything's all
melting
fucked
in the fucking
up.
Jail. Bro, that'd be the worst trip ever. Like, because your friends will fuck with you and be like, hey, bro, you're in jail right now.
They kind of made it.
And, bro,
decent.
you're actually in fucking jail right now. It's nuts.
Yeah. And they were fucking with me, bro. Like, they woke me up in the middle of the night, and they were like, hey, bro, you're going home. You know what I mean? Like, pack your shit up. They're like, go sit by the door. I sat right there for like an hour or two with people coming by laughing hard as fuck at me. Like, everybody just the whole place is vibing.
Oh my
bro.
God, that's insane.
And then come to find out, one of the OGs comes and tells me, like, he's like, yeah, I've had enough of this, bro. Like, go back to bed. Like, you're not going home. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Wake up fucking wrapped in toilet paper, fucking. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. They wrapped me in toilet paper and I couldn't move. Surprisingly, bro, if you wrap enough toilet paper around somebody, you cannot move as long as you're tucked in with the blanket. They had me tucked in with the blanket and the toilet paper, so I really couldn't move.
That's crazy. That's just one situation that happened in jail, like fresh of getting to jail?
Yeah, first time. Yeah, and
at 18?
They thought it'd be funny to have me scrape apples and make Pruno do the grunt work and shit.
Make Pruno
Yeah.
do the grunt work. That's hilarious. I remember I texted my brother that when he got locked up, and I was like, hey, man, do you have some Pruno yet or what? Because like, we used to like fuck around and shit. He was like, nah, man, I didn't see that shit. He's like, I wasn't there. But like hearing that you're like I was young as fuck, hitting Bruno, that's crazy. All right, so what's the situation? Are you like in a regular cell? Are you like in a pod or
I'm in
like
a dorm? Yeah.
a dorm? Okay, tell me about it.
It's 200-man dorms. I was in Banning County Jail, and one side is the whites, and the other side is the blacks and the Mexicans. They stay together. No, wait, hold on. The whites and the blacks are on one side. The Mexicans are on one side because there's most Mexicans everywhere you go. But they do hand you like a legit paper. Not everywhere, because I've been to like 3 different county jails. I've been to Banning, West Valley, and like another one. But these guys were politicking pretty hard, is what they would say.
Yeah.
And so
It's funny, dude. I've heard this like these phrases from like the people that we've interviewed that have been to prison. Like,
Yeah.
That time, like, but it's funny like hearing it from you, like this white dude that like does not look like he's been in the same situation.
yeah, and this is county. It ain't even in prison. They're really politicking. Like I thought that they were politicking in county. Like it was.
I know. I've heard when you get to prison, it's a nice wake up call.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so I ended up they're pranking me a lot. I'm the youngest guy there. I'm 18, so everyone's like fucking with me, and I remember, I forget why I even agreed to do it, but they were like, look, if you fucking put your socks on your hands and fucking tie your bed sheet around your neck like a Superman cape, and if you run over to the Mexican side and do a full lap yelling fucking I'm Mr. Dun man. Go, oh, I had to put my underwear on my head as well. And another guy did it with me. I forgot why he did it. I forget even why I did it. Probably to get some food or some smoker shit. Yeah. I was hungry. And, yeah, dude, so I run all the way. So I'm the dun man. Everyone's fucking making fun of me and shit. Fucking. Dude, I did some way out crazy shit in prison, too. I don't know what. Dude, I was just the fucking funny kid. Like, I had no teeth, so I had no shame in who I was.
When did you lose your teeth?
All my teeth fell out by the time I was, like, probably like 20. Like when I was 18, like that, like I remember like I had, hey, shout out to my baby mama for even, like,
I was gonna say, man, how'd you have the baby mama with no teeth?
I was funny,
Just
I was just
bro.
a good vibe, I just know I was, but I everyone always made fun of me for my tooth. I had a rotten ass tooth. That was
just one rotten tooth.
One rotten tooth that was rotting away like all the other ones. So like I had like. They all started to fall out to where eventually I had like one type shit. And
so you're set up like this in jail, and they're like, hey, this is the guy to fuck with. He's young, he's got no teeth, and he's a junkie.
Yeah.
And they're like, fucking wrap him up in a cape and send him to run around. And like,
yeah.
Looking back on it now, it's like, yeah, bro, that's what's gonna happen. Like,
It's crazy looking back at it. You're so right. That's exactly like because I was trying to comprehend it right now. Like, why the fuck, But
I think you were just a young dude trying to fit in. You're like, buddy, just don't fuck me up. And if this is what it takes to be cool, I'll be cool.
I think so, bro.
Yeah, and I get some chips.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any situations though where you get really hurt there? Like any really bad situations?
Well, not that time. I ended up getting home safe, but on the trip when I went to county to go upstate, I overdosed and I almost died. Yeah.
Okay, but you said you went to county a couple times.
Yeah, like so when I was 18, that's when I went the longest, and then all the other like 20 times in between that was overnights where you get caught with needles, caught with heroin, and you have to go stay a night.
Okay.
Yeah, did that a lot. I would always keep my shit right here in the left side of my sock and my foot, so that when I get put in the back of the cop car in my cuffs, I can get my foot up there and reach it and shove it up my ass.
Damn. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
That would, because bro, I went to jail so many times sick to where you go to some random fucking city in downtown San Bernardino, and when you're not from there and you go to jail and then you get out with no rides, sick as fuck with no money. And it's the most horrible thing you've ever been through.
Oh, yeah.
So I made sure I'm prepared every time after that.
For sure. No, I can imagine.
And yeah, bro.
Okay, but wait, but you're shoving a needle in there?
It's no. Just my heroin.
Or just the heroin. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I always put it in the milk carton that they serve your food with, and put a little water in there, mix it up, and dump it down my nose.
Damn. Okay. So what's the deal with you going up, or when this gets worse, your criminal life or your criminal record?
Well, it was just a downward spiral of me just like stealing and just like thinking that life is nothing more than getting high. You know, like I said, my baby mama was trying to be there for me. My mom was trying to be there for me, like friends, and you know, I was just not vibing with everybody around me. You know, just only getting high.
You're just getting high. Yeah, that's the only thing that matters. Okay. And then, so how does this escalate to where?
You know, everyone just I just stopped wanting to be around people and just wanting to like do my own thing and only chill with people that want to get high as well. And so yeah, just once I got out and I got kicked out from my house and my baby mama left me, you know, I couldn't see my daughter or nothing, couldn't even know her, couldn't even be there for her birth. They wouldn't even let me be there. Even though I was in the hospital, they wouldn't let me like be there.
So in reality, you don't really have a connection to the kid then, because like you're not there for the birth, you're not involved, you know, like a regular baby daddy, like for that 9 months leading up to it, because you're getting high the whole time. So, and then afterwards either. So there's not really a connection. I think probably even when you're in jail, are you thinking much about the kid or being a dad? Has it hit yet? No.
Nope. Yeah, it was just yeah. And it still didn't even hit until I went to prison. You know, when my daughter was probably like 5, and I got out, and she was like, she was like 5. I got out, and she was like 7, and that's when I met her for the first time. Right when I got out and went to rehab and started. Yeah.
We're gonna get there. So how do you go to prison?
Went to prison because I was all smoked out looking for recyclables one day in the back of a church. And I ended up seeing like a nice trampoline like in my peripherals. It was like that's how you know that like there's like some kind of bigger power out there, because like, you know, if this wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't even be here today, you know. So basically that trampoline that I'm about to tell you is the reason why I'm here today. So I seen that trampoline in my peripherals, and you know, it looked like a nice one. So my smoker mind, I remember my brain instantly transferring to think like, all right, there's a nice trampoline. They probably got something in there worth value. So I peek my head over, and I see like a nice flashlight on their patio table. And, you know, so I'm like, all right, that's worth jumping. So I jump, I grab the flashlight, and, you know, before I walk away, their window and their door is open, and I could see right through to their kitchen where a really nice Coach purse was with a fat-ass wallet just sticking right out. And, like, I didn't even think twice. Like, I was just like, oh, shit. And I checked the doorknob, and it opened. And since it opened, you know, I didn't even think about really what I was doing. It was already open, so I was just like, fuck it. And I walk in, and I grab the purse. I take like 2 or 3 steps in. Then a German Shepherd starts like running at me. So I remember before I grabbed the purse, there was a family sleeping right there in the living room. There's like 3 people. So I'm creeping in this house while this family's asleep. Dog runs at me. I grab the purse. I dip out the back. Hop the wall again. I had my skateboard stashed right there, so I get on my skateboard and I start like smashing like 10 or 15 minutes down the block back down to my little canal where I live. It's like a little canal through some woods, through a fucking dark ass tunnel that you need a flashlight to get through. And you know, once I got back down there, I felt safe, and I was like, damn, I just hit a lick, fucking, you know, like I thought I was good. And you know, that purse fed me for like a while. There was like $800 in there, and like all kinds of other shit worth money. And the police caught me 6 months later. I was standing in front of Stater Brothers eating a ramen noodle. I had just made it with like the hot water at the gas station or whatever, and I had like 2 pit bull puppies with me because I was breeding pit bulls with the homie at the time where we lived. He had a male and a female, and yeah, so I had two puppies that I always like, yeah. So he comes, he arrests me, says you're getting arrested for residential burglary, and he ends up like trying to tell me that I'm going to jail, and he shows me and this and that, and I ended up not going to jail that day. And he says, but I'm gonna get you. You know, the DA is gonna pick it up. And I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever. And then so like I forget how long later, I'm rolling around. Everyone just got their stimulus checks from the Trump money and shit. So like everyone had a bunch of money.
So it's like 2020.
Yeah, 2020. And so they were hitting casinos and shit, and then it's like 7 in the morning. We get pulled over. You know, we're in like a fucking beat up fucking car. Homie has suspended license, everything. But I was the only one with a fucking active felony warrant. And the DA picked up that case for first degree residential burglary, which is like pretty serious. And yeah, bro, it's crazy. It gets me kind of like, you know, kind of just worked up, you know.
Why? Explain why.
I don't know, just going through all the emotions and the whole process of like my whole life is just it's pretty intense. But yeah, man, that was when the cop told me, he lied to me and said that I'm gonna be all right. He's like, no, you're gonna be out in like a week or whatever, and I believed him. And then I ended up going to court a week later, and they tell me I'm going to prison. And I was so sick that I just signed the deal. They were like, look, you can try to fight it or this and that. And I was like, I just want to get to a bed. I just signed the deal for a year in prison. Bam. And that's when I started my journey upstate.
How's the food?
Hey, Manny, get a bite. Come on, you gotta like go get in there.
I've never tried these. I wanted to. I see them on Instagram all the time. Can the camera see it? Can you guys see this? Look at that.
God damn, bro. That shit is fucking fire. Tutaco taco shop.
Yep.
Hit them up. This is what we eat when we're shooting. We got a long day.
We're in Chula Vista.
Fire.
1419 Chula Vista, California, Hilltop Drive. Pull up, man. Pull up. Yes, sir.
Mi liga el demon es un lago. Mi liga el demon es un lago. Mis diablos no se tiran fotos, ustedes no son como nosotros.
So you sign, and what's day one like?
Well, it takes a while. I didn't even make it to prison until like 8 months after I signed for prison. I got time served once I got there, you know. So basically, I spent like a year, I spent 4 months in Banning, and then I made it. Spent 4 months in Banning. God, it's so hard to remember all this. Spent 4 months in Banning, and there all kinds of wild shit happened. Like I remember my cellmate, he had popped the sprinkler, and we had to transfer jails because we flooded the entire fucking first floor of the jail.
What?
Yeah, and you know, so, you know, just transferring to all these different jails and shit for basically like the course of a month, and then, yeah.
So wait a minute. So when they tell you like, hey, we're picking you up for this burglary situation, for the home invasion essentially, and they're like, you're gonna go to prison now. What's that when they're like, okay, you're with us now, you're going to jail or prison? What is that? Is that in 2020? In 2020, you get snatched up again, right?
Yeah. In 2020, this when I get snatched up, and I didn't think I was gonna go to prison. I didn't find out until like a week later when you go to court.
And then so in court,
and I was sick for like 3 months, bro. I was just like laying in bed feeling like shit, could barely
so after
get
you
up.
sign, when you're in court and you sign the deal, do you go straight to like a room?
You go straight back
up?
to like you go straight back to a dorm. I was in dorm 3 in Banning, which is like the lowest level of that county jail. It's like the 200-man dorm. It's the same jail that I went to when I was 18. Same jail.
Okay,
yeah.
I think that's why I was getting a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, you told me Banning was like way back then. Like, I'm trying to add it up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go back there
to the same jail. Yeah.
To the same jail in 2020, and they tell you from this point you're gonna serve a year.
Yeah.
Okay. So how's it getting cleaned up? You're sick, right?
Super sick, bro. People were keep fucking with me. I got this shit. I got beat till I shit myself. Just because like people kept fucking with me, trying to tell me that I need to get up and do this and do that. And these are other guys that I could tell are just like trying to fuck with me, you know. And I'm really struggling, you know. And we ended up bumping heads or whatever. And yeah, so I ended up getting disciplined for fucking like talking back or some shit. It was
by
stupid.
how many people?
3 people.
3.
Yeah.
And they just stomped you out.
No, I didn't drop or get to the floor. But it was in between the bunks. They have a lot of people like stand, and then like just do it like in between the bunks in the corner, in the back corner.
And they tell you that it's gonna happen. They're like, "Hey, be right here." It didn't catch you off guard.
No, they don't. It's like a whole ritual kind of thing. Like if it's always prepared. Yeah, like.
Well, explain that. Talk about it. 'Cause a lot of people don't know what the ritual is or how it goes.
Basically, you just get disciplined for 23 seconds, and you have no choice. It's either you do it or then you will get caught off guard. Basically, so you do it structured, or else you'll get caught like slipping, and they'll like just fuck you up like when you're sleeping or like something.
Have you seen that happen?
No. I haven't seen anybody get fucked up while they're sleeping. Usually
not while they're sleeping, but I'm saying that they're like, hey, no to the discipline, and then you're like, oh shit, like they got him.
Yeah, I've seen people just start fighting. Yeah.
Okay, so it's rough for you then. You're not having a good time.
Nah, yeah, not having a good time. But I'm getting better. Like with every day, I'm starting to do push-ups and shit. I'm starting to, feel more healthy. By month 3, for the first time in my life, I'm feeling like real, And
okay, so you're sober for 3 months?
Well, I'm sober for the whole year, other than the time I overdosed when I at like 7 months.
But at this point, you get there, you get cleaned up, and you're clean for 3 months. 1, 2, 3, and at month 3, you start like clearing up.
I start clearing up, I start locking in on my chores. I start locking in on programming. Start knowing what it's like to do push-ups every day, and I start seeing the first little crack in my chest. And I remember I woke up one day and noticed that my shoulders were bigger, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? This is cool. I can get big quick. This is fun. It's making me feel good and giving me an escape from this fucking place." And so I was just doing burpees all day, fucking just burping and fucking just cleaning and just being involved in shit, playing games, and just I started to come alive.
Yeah.
And yeah, so eventually I was just putting in kite after kite, like I want to get to the kitchen, because I heard that that's like the best dorm in the whole jail. It is. You eat with the cops, you fucking get all this cool stuff, and I made it there. But then one day some Indian guy landed, and he had like a big ass ball of heroin and a big ass ball of fentanyl, and I wasn't even really familiar with fentanyl, so I didn't really know about it. And he spent a long time trying to get it out in the shower. Fucking everyone's fucking talking about it. Oh, fucking dude's pulling it out right now. Fucking.
Wait. You guys are in the shower.
Well, he's in the shower, and because showers are open,
I get it, but I was in the military.
Yeah.
So wait, tell me the situation. Explain the situation of what's going on right now.
So basically, like, we're all chilling. It's a small dorm. We're all like playing cards or chilling, whatever. When this new guy lands, and word gets out that he's packing hella drugs, and fucking he's taking a shower, and he's trying to get it out, and he's struggling to get it out, and everyone's laughing and shit, right?
Okay.
So he finally gets it out, and he tells everybody everyone can have as much as they want,
So he gets it out, and you see the drugs?
Yeah, I saw it.
And how much drugs?
It was literally a big ass fucking ball of fucking heroin and a big ass same size of fucking fentanyl. Yeah, I was blown how he got it up there. Yeah. Yeah,
but fuck it, he's got a ball of heroin here.
He knows the game. Like, he's coming in here to slang. Like, he's coming in here to make money. Like,
Oh, okay.
And yeah, bro. So he was like, yeah, everyone can have as much as they want. So I just grabbed a plastic spoon like a dumbass and just put it straight in there and fucking sniffed it, bro.
Straight in what?
My nose, fentanyl, the fentanyl powder. Yeah, not knowing fucking how strong it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised I didn't die, bro. The nurses, like, when I got back to the jail 2 days later after ODing, they were like hugging me and like thanking God.
Wait, you're going too fast.
Yeah.
So you get a plastic spoon, you put it into powdered fentanyl, and you snort it, and what happens?
I woke up in the hospital 2 days later.
You
OD'd
immediately.
I didn't even find out what actually happened until like recently, which is like years later, when I talked to my cellmate, because we still talk. I asked him, like, what happened, and he's like, bro, you don't even know like what I had to do, like, for you. Like, all the other guys, nobody wanted to knock on the door. Everyone was gonna call me a snitch just for knocking on the door to talk to the cops, because you're not allowed to talk to the cops. Everyone takes it all serious if you knock on the door. without them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So you
And-
OD in the wherever.
Yeah, and nobody
in the
wants to
dorm.
help.
Yeah,
No-
and they don't
no-
want to go and call the cops to come in and get
to
you. 'Cause
help.
that's snitching.
Yeah. So like,
And you're
that's the
dying.
only and that's the only guy that fucking knocked on the door and got the nurses to come. So without him, I might not even have lived. You know?
Yeah, you probably would have died snorting straight fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I wake up and I wake up with a big ass fucking thing drilled into my leg because I didn't have no veins, so they didn't know where to shoot the adrenaline. So they had to drill it straight into my fucking core of my bones, you know?
What?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. And I woke up handcuffed with a cop next to me, my bladder full of piss, bro, and I forgot how to piss. Like, I couldn't piss, bro. Like, fucking I was struggling to piss. Still have problems pissing today.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, ever since then, you know.
Wait a minute. So you wake up with handcuffs and the cops, and they're like, "You're in trouble."
Well, not necessarily in trouble, but they were like, you know, that you OD'd, and you know, I told them, I was like, so am I going back to the kitchen? They were like, no. They said no, but come to find out, more people started dying in the jail, so they started pulling out everybody and interviewing us and like getting all fucking serious, trying to pull shit out of us.
Wait a minute. So people actually did die
Yeah, like
from the drugs that he brought in?
yeah, so after I overdosed, I landed in another dorm, which is just like a regular dorm, and the same Indian guy was there now. He somehow got there too, and everybody, the whole dorm was high as fuck. And the fucking guy below me, a nice black dude, fucking died, bro. He died. He just traded his food one day. I remember, like, because I could hear everything downstairs. You know, you could hear everything. So I just remember one day he traded, like, I forget what, for just, like, a little bump, bro. And next thing you know, he fucking died. And so they're pulling everybody out fucking hardcore, like, trying to find out what's happening, bro. And me suffering in that environment, I wanted to get back to the kitchen, bro. So I told them, like, I was like, hey, bro, if you please put me back in the kitchen, you know, like, I'll try to do my best to, like, figure out like what's going on, like where it's at, knowing that it's not even in the kitchen anymore, you know, it's in where I'm at, where they're already looking, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, they let me back in the kitchen, and so I got back to the kitchen. When I got back to the kitchen, everybody was pissed at me, bro. Everybody was like, bro, fucking, they tossed all of our shit. They took all of our dice. They took our porn, our calendars. They took anything that makes us happy, bro. And they mixed all of our shit together, threw everything in the middle. They fucking, you know how cops do when they raid something?
Yeah. I was in the military. I was in
They
boot camp.
fucked
I know how it
everybody's
is.
shit
Yeah.
up, bro. So
Yeah.
I get there, and they're like, bro, how the fuck are you even back here? You know what I mean? And they were questioning it. It's a big old deal. And then they ended up saying, like, all the races getting together and saying, look, if this kid's going to stay, like, he's got to get fucked up, you know, fucking. So 2 of the big ass white dudes had to fuck me up for 23 seconds. It ended up being my cellmate, that, you know, the one that I just told you about, that knocked on the door. Yeah, dude. And, you know, so after that,
Wait. Your cellmate that knocked on the door and saved you
Yeah.
ended up being the one that had to discipline you?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Right?
Well, yeah. What do you mean, right? That's
That
insane.
is
The guy
crazy.
fucking saved your life.
Yeah.
And then a couple fucking days later, whatever, that fool's got to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And did he hold back?
No.
Didn't feel like it. I'm being real. Like,
No, it didn't feel like it.
No.
Yeah,
you got the
because
shit beat out of
they
you.
have to make the other races happy. You know.
I
which is
know. That's
I
what I'm saying.
understand.
I'm like, yeah,
So-
because if not, they're gonna get fucked up. I've heard the story. I just want to know how yours went.
Yeah.
All right. I got fucking flabbergasted hearing that was the same dude that had to fucking discipline. That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you getting high?
No, I only got high the one time I OD'd.
Okay, you got high the one time you OD'd. You run into the same dude, and you're like,
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
gonna get
Actually,
high.
No. Once I landed back there, word ended up getting around that I OD'd, and you know, people were trying to not let me get high, but I still ended up trading my shit and getting
Wait a minute. In the
high.
kitchen or before?
In the new place after the kitchen, where that guy died and everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I ended up getting low key strung out, and this is where I'm waiting to go upstate. You know, so I'd already been in county for like 4. I forget how many months, but probably like 3 or 4 months, and they finally called me to go upstate on a day that I ran out of options. No more commissary. I traded my fucking all of my books for little bumps of fentanyl and like.
Wait a minute. Let's so we can make sure it's clear. When do you get strung out again after overdosing?
Like right when I got back into the new dorm because the Indian dude was there.
Okay, so it didn't take no time for you to start using again.
No. Well, it's fucked up, bro. Yeah, it's fucked up. I started using again right after. But not a lot though. Probably only like 3 or 4 times. I got like a couple more little bumps, traded some chips, because your commissary is worth a lot.
Was
more.
it for fentanyl or for heroin?
For powder fentanyl.
Bro,
yeah.
you went straight for the fentanyl again?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. And these are.
And wait a minute. And did you go for fentanyl again, like one of those 4 times after you saw somebody die from it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
probably
it was like within the same time, like couple
crazy.
days. Yeah.
Okay, so you're strung out. Well, you're not strung out, but you're using again. So you're in the same mindset. You're not cleaned up post overdose, and then you go back into the kitchen, and then in the kitchen you're still finding ways to use or no?
No. When I got to the kitchen, my cellmate, the guy that saved me, was there, and he was like all like watching over me and like if anyone gives him shit, fucking I'm gonna fuck you up and type shit.
How old is he?
He's like a little older than me.
Okay, he's not like it's some older guy.
No.
Okay.
Then I ended up getting, trading all my shit, and they called me to go upstate and on the worst possible time ever. And it was just a chain to people, and it's just like an 8-hour drive. And then once you get there, you got to wait in holding for like 2 days before you even get a bed.
And you're
like,
sick.
And I'm sick, yeah. Fentanyl sick, which is something I never really felt before because I never really did fentanyl really before then, like pure. And yeah, I was feeling like shit, man, and made it to reception. Reception is it's a even bigger dorm than I forget, they're all 200-man dorms, but this one just seemed bigger. And this is where everybody waits to be like placed in like their home prison, like the prison they're gonna do their time in. And so I was in Wasco reception. And here is where like things really start getting like like everybody's really trying to like politics super hard and like follow every little tiny rule and like create any little problem into like a big ass deal. And yeah, and that's then after that they end up calling me to go to Chuckawalla State Prison so I did my 5 months in county, and then they called me to reception. I did like another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did like another 4 months because it's during COVID, so all movement is like on hold, bro. Like the going up to prison is supposed to be like a 2-week thing regularly. Okay. But because of COVID, like it's out of control. Yeah, everything was fucked up. Yeah. And I ended up getting released a couple days early because of COVID. Yeah. So, but yeah,
have we already talked about what happened in that last 4 months of reception?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, it was nothing too crazy. I got disciplined with just like a couple workout things over for I forget what. I was always getting in trouble for like food or like some dumb shit. Like I remember one time I got in trouble because I woke up to eat breakfast with people that were going to court, and I woke up to eat breakfast with the regular people, which they were trying to say was stealing because meals are accounted for and shit, which is like, it's like, no, bro, they're gonna feed everybody.
Bro, they got food, man. They got enough food.
They got enough plates, food, bro. And
we got fucked up for that.
I got fucked up for that, and I did it because like I was literally starving, bro. My stomach was eating itself to where I couldn't sleep.
I was gonna ask you, is there any time that they call you and like, hey, we need you to go discipline this person?
There was just one time when they had me do that, and that was right before I left county when I was 18.
Okay. Some
dude was dragging his slippers, and he told the rep, he was like, fuck, dude. The rep was like, stop dragging your slippers. He was like, fuck you. The next morning they had me and another guy do a little discipline or whatever.
Okay.
And I told them no at first. I said I didn't want to do it, and they're like, if you want to go home, fucking safe and sound.
Yeah. Forget fucking Sons of Anarchy right now. All right. So that 4 months happens, it comes to an end, and they're like, you're gonna go home, and what happens?
Well, no, then they're like,
oh, sorry, you're gonna go to prison.
Yeah, they're like, you're gonna go to prison.
This is all leading up to you getting to prison. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, well, Wasco is an actual real prison. They have cells, like, it's a real prison, but it is also mostly a reception center. So they send me to Chuckawalla, which is, like, way out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't fucking know. And I end up landing in a real cell and, like, doing, like, real prison shit, you know? Like, where, like, 23 hours a day, fucking, you get, like, 1 hour out in a cage, fucking some wild shit.
What was day one like that for that?
Day one was awesome, bro. Like, landing in, like, real prison, you get your prison, like, blue clothes, which are, like, you know, nicer prison clothes, like some jeans. You get, like, some real boots, and, like, you get, like, your own cell. Like, I had my own cell when I was there from the last remainder of my time.
Wow.
Super chill. You know, I had a little bit of money on my commissary thanks to my mom and my family. So, I had my commissary and a little
Was your mom in communication with you throughout this whole thing?
Yeah, my mom, she slowly started to communicate with me once she started to, like, I think she came to visit me and seen me better and made motivated her to start helping and shit.
Okay. And then, so when they're like, hey, you're finally going to get to prison, but it's COVID, so you don't gotta go?
It's 23-hour lockdown every day, but it was chill. It was nice to just be in a final destination, because I've been go for so many months, you know, just waiting to get to my
I mean, for your whole life, low key, because like even like as a kid, like just running around, being homeless, this, that, the other, boom, 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 boom. You're never in a place where you're like, I live here. I know I'm not gonna have to go here tomorrow. I'm gonna stay here. This is where I'm at.
Yeah, I found peace in that cell, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that's the first time you would even have a chance to experience any kind of peace.
Yeah, and I'm starting to feel better, you know. I started to feel better a while back in reception after I got that bullshit out of my system from the OD and shit, and from being on fentanyl and
For
all
sure.
that. But yeah, so I started to get back feeling better. I'm ready, and then actually when I get out of prison, there's somebody in there with Suboxone, and he ends up giving me a strip, and I left prison with a strip in my belongings, and I started sniffing that right after, and so when I get out of prison, I was scared, bro. I knew that I wanted to get high. I knew that, you know, I was gonna go back to the bullshit if I didn't make some kind of decision. So I told my parole officer straight up, I was like, hey, I'm going to get high. I need you to send me somewhere far away from here as possibly can, somewhere I'm not familiar with, but I need help. And she was like, all right, I'm going to send you to San Diego. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, and I knew my aunt lived out here. So I really, I have nothing but good memories of out here. Nice area. She's from Poway. So I thought that all of San Diego was going to be nice. So I was like, fuck yeah, send me out there.
She's like, I'm in Spring Valley.
And I fucking go to some rehab called Choices, and it's in Vista, and yeah, man, I started. So I get there, and
So this is like 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I get there, and I wanted to get high, bro, and you know, I was thinking about like leaving and all kinds of wild shit. And I was like, can you guys put me on Suboxone and help me go see a doctor? You know, I wanted to get on it legally because I knew that it gave me that satisfaction that I'm looking for, you know. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to still get high, but in a way to where I could still like be like have a life, you know. Like I wanted to do it legally in a way.
Yeah.
So I would get myself on Suboxone in rehab, and I start taking Suboxone. Yeah.
Okay. At any point has it hit you yet that you're a father? And like I got a kid, like I got somebody that's like really gonna be looking for me, like
yeah, like I'm trying to contact them. They're not responding to me.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's
but they're about to, because I'm gonna start.
I was gonna ask you, when does it get clear for you, real true, that you're like, oh damn, like I'm a dad. It had already
been clear. Like at this point, this is why I'm even trying. You know
okay.
What I mean? Yeah.
Because you're like, hey man,
because
like,
I want to do better.
Do the right thing.
Yeah. Like that's the whole reason why I didn't even get out and go straight to getting high, and you know.
You think, or you're saying it's because for your kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. All right. So you're in this. You're at Choices, and walk me through it.
I'm at Choices, and you know, but I still was having them cravings, but I wanted to stay in rehab. I didn't want to go back to the streets, you know. So I had them put me on Suboxone because I knew how it made me feel, and I knew that if I could just be on like a legit dose, then I could be able to just, you know, see my doctor and, you know, start getting a job and, like, you know, doing normal things. And I got on the Suboxone, and you're in a blackout period in rehab. So for 3 months you can't leave or nothing. You can't call anybody. You get no phone, and you got to go to like all these classes every day, 3 times a day, anger management, fucking all kinds of shit. Got all these certificates over like 3 months, and then after that they move you to another place. It's like the same thing, but you get to have a phone, and you get to go to work, and you get to look for a job, but you got to be home by 10. And so I did that. And then after 3 months, you're supposed to only get 3 months, but I got 2 extensions. So basically you live there for free. They give you a $60 food stamp card every week to eat food, and you don't have to pay rent. So, and I was working a job. So I was just saving all my money for 9 months straight. I worked a job, and I just saved all my money. I was taking Suboxone, seeing my doctor, and I left rehab with $7,000.
Whoa.
Yeah. Fucking I laid it all across my bed. Wow.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, I left rehab with $7,000, bro, and I rented my first room from some guy on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice.
And he ended up being crazy as fuck. And this is how I met with my girl. Actually, I seen her on Facebook talking about she was getting clean too, and we'd already knew each other, seen each other around the streets because she's from Ukaipa.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, so we ended up getting together, and but she was still using. And I end up telling her if she goes to rehab too, I'll pick her up from rehab. You know, I swear to God, you can come live with me. You know, I love you. I'll take care of you. And she came, right, she graduated rehab, and I let her come live with me. And dude ended up kicking us out because she was there, like, they were battling with volume, and, like, you know, he's complaining he wanted us to unplug our TVs and shit when we left and keep lights off, like, all the time.
Yeah,
and,
he's
like,
a weird dude, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, so we left there, found another room with this other crazy couple, and you know, one day ended up getting fed up with their shit and just packed the whole car, and, you know, it was just like, fuck this, and had money saved, and we ended up going and staying in like a motel for like 1 or 2 weeks while we, you know, really grinded and searched for another place, and ended up, you know, my girlfriend's mom co-signed on my first apartment, and we got approved. And that's when I lived. That's the apartment that I started doing Instagram in.
And what year is that?
That's probably like 2020, like 2 or 3.
Okay. And what made you start the Instagram page?
So another goal of mine was to get my teeth fixed. So, you know, I got my Medi-Cal situated. I went and, you know, got my ID for the first time while, you know, studying for my license, and the dentist gave me dentures, and for the first time I was able to smile, bro. For the first time in my whole life, I was able to actually smile and feel confident, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but something just told me, like, bro, you love to talk, you love to be out there, you love to just, you know, be whatever the fuck I am. So I knew that I just had to start, like, making videos. And so I just started making videos, and I just got addicted to it, bro. I just got addicted to just seeing myself on camera and just, like, talking to people and people responding, the engagement, going live. And then it just started.
Quick question. Did you see were you on Instagram as like a user and you're like, oh man, like I like these videos, this is cool?
Nah, I
like,
came onto Instagram as a creator, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you just jumped on as a creator, you start making these videos, and how soon do you start seeing, like, oh wow, like people actually are kind of connecting with me?
It took like a year. It took like a year before I finally, like, hit like 1,000 followers or something.
Wow, yeah, that's cool. A long grind. Yeah. A year.
Yeah, but I had, like, a lot of solid supporters in the beginning, like people that, even though they ended up not being good people, and they ended up, like, you know, just like trying to just, like, use me, or, like, you know, just being weird, and just, like, you know, expecting too much of me, and just being, you know, but they were always there, and they're joining the lives, liking the videos, you know, keeping me motivated.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And then at what point are you like, oh wow, there's like a lot happening on Instagram, people are really starting to like this stuff?
It was when I posted this video. I just got fired from the CNC job that I was working for posting on my Instagram. Yeah, I was so proud of what I was doing. I wanted to post it on my Instagram because I'm reading these crazy ass blueprints and shit. I was all happy. And they fired me for breaking policy because you're not allowed to share that information.
Dang.
And yeah, so I ended up going to try to sell cell phones and shit. And I wear this big ass suit that didn't even really fit me. And you know, so I recorded a video in my car. I was just trying to tell people what I was doing. I was like, "Hey man, I work with an iPad." And I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I didn't understand it at all. I just knew that it was my first day and that they told me this. I was kind of like, "Yo man, I can get you guys a fire ass deal through AT&T. All I need is your phone number. I got an iPad," and like, you know, and I had a small ass head with a big ass suit on, and people were just clowning me, dude. It got to like 1 million views, and that's what like kind of started everything.
How did that make you feel? That you're like, a lot of this is them clowning me.
I was just proud to see so many views, and I was just kind of like, oh shit. And you know, I tried sharing that video a few different times, and people were liking it. You know, people.
Yeah.
And then I just.
How stoked were you when you're like, dude, this thing's going off right now?
Yeah. And then after that, the next.
Because like
viral,
you said, you're like, dude, like I don't give a fuck that they're making fun of me or anything. I'm just glad that they're here.
Yeah.
And that we got motion now. So
Yeah.
like, so you're super stoked.
Yeah, I'm stoked. And then the next viral video after that was when I caught the Zin on my upper lip.
Bro, that's my favorite video.
Yeah, that one's
Like,
the viralest one.
Yeah, bro, I had been watching that video for like a minute, and like it's one of those things where like I'm having a bad day, and like I'm just whatever, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like I just want to laugh, I just want to see something funny, and I'll go back to that fucking lip stall video because it takes me back to like when I was doing Zins like with my friends on the ship, you know, and we were like coming up with all the crazy Zin names, you know. And that video just like is the pinnacle of like Zin work for me, you know?
Yeah, that shit was classic, dude. Fucking pure.
Tell me about that day when you, I feel like it's like making the record.
It was
I'm
like
talking
4
like
a.m.
fucking Tupac, and I'm like, how'd you make Hit 'Em Up?
It was like 4 a.m. I woke up to go to work, dude, and I had just licked my upper lip, luckily. And if it wasn't for me taking that little lick before I did the trick, it wouldn't, bro, because I wasn't trying to catch it on my upper lip. I was trying to catch it in my mouth. But I had just licked my upper lip, so it had got stuck there naturally, luckily, and fucking that's how
You hit the lip stall naturally right
Yeah.
there. You just ran with it?
And I just ran with it, bro.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Because
Like-
when I look at the video and I watch it, I think it's rehearsed.
Nah, bro, that like literally like I seen it happen, like right when it like bam, right as soon as it hit, I was like, oh shit, I gotta go with this for sure.
Yeah, no, that's gold, bro. Because you do, bro. The stall hits and you like hold it for like.
I'm like in shock a little bit. I'm like, okay.
Okay. And then you finish the video. Do you post it right away?
Yeah, I posted right away, dude, and it was getting action like I had never seen, bro. Like that shit popped off quick, like
Within like an hour or so, or like.
yeah, bro. Like within an hour, like it was already getting like thousands and thousands of views, and then I went to work, and then by break, it was already at like thousands of views, thousands of likes,
Like
and
hundreds of thousands.
And I knew that, like, I don't know if hundreds of thousands, but like now it's at 14 million views and 150,000 likes. So, but it was climbing fast.
Yeah. So you're at work and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm tripping. And then you know, then I started just like doing more like you know, just learning like what the people like, you know, just like learning like you know, the different voices and the energies and like.
Sorry, how long ago was that video?
That video was probably like last year.
Okay.
Some real
How many followers were
engagement.
you at?
When I think I was at like probably like 14K.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was probably at like 14K, and then I just started getting traction, hella traction, but there's a myth going around that some of the trolls purchased my followers for me, because one day I went to sleep and woke up with 25,000 extra followers, and then another night it was like 10,000, and like they were all like bots, and but But there is some real engagement in there. Some of it is real. Who knows? Some of it might be fake. I don't know. Regardless, but even today, there's a lot of traction. And I just got addicted, bro. I just got addicted to just posting videos every single day, bro. I got addicted to just getting hype and just the energy, bro. The energy, like when I press record, something in me, I can't just talk how I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
Like when I press record on my Instagram, it brings out a certain side of me that I can't even explain.
Yeah. No, I see it. Like, yeah, it is hard to explain that shit. Because when I try to explain to people what I'm watching and why I like these videos, I can't even explain it.
I try to be calm and shit, but I always just have to be like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" Like I can't just be like, "Yo, what's up, guys?" Like, what's up? Like I just can't do it. It has to be like energetic. I don't know.
Yeah. Bro, pop one right now live on the show. I'm just fucking with you. But I saw you like winding up right now. I saw it in your eyes. Like,
no, yeah,
you're talking about it. I'm like, holy shit, dude, this guy's ready to fucking launch one right now.
Nah, bro, I can.
No, but
yeah.
Okay. So when do you hit like your big like follower milestone where you're like, fuck, dude, like this is actually like pretty crazy. Let's say like 50,000 or 100,000.
I think it's probably just starting to become crazy.
Okay.
Like with one, like I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up with 200K because every day it's been for like the last 2 weeks it's been like 1,000 or 2,000 followers a day.
Yeah. Ever since I noticed that ever since I hit you up and I got in touch with you, that's when it started.
Yeah.
Because when I hit you up, you were at 180, and I kept telling everybody, this guy's at 200,000 followers. This guy's at 200. He's gonna be at 200. And then here we are right now, and you're saying probably tomorrow you're gonna wake up at 200. Mm-hmm. But I've been watching that growth of these last 20,000 followers happen, and it's been nuts.
Yeah.
Like some of these videos have been getting shared like 4,000 times.
Yeah.
Do you look at the analytics on the videos?
Yeah, I trip out. They're shared more than they're even liked sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
And that's even deeper. Like, remember how I was telling you the analogy of like, imagine 4,000 people in a stadium saying like, this is great.
Yeah.
That's like somebody going and like recording it and going and finding their best friend and saying, dude, you have to see this. You have to see how great this was. And bro, you're getting them pop 4,000 times, man.
Yeah.
Those are sellouts of like what major artists do when they go do a tour at a big stadium. Do you think about it in that way that you're like, I have 4,000 people like going out like this, or is it just a weird number to you that you're like, oh,
it doesn't really, yeah, it's not like so, like it almost becomes like you get used to it after a while in a way. Like all of it, and then it just becomes like natural to just do it every day, and now it's just like a job.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're hooked on like a validation now that you're getting from it? Do you care if the videos get likes or not?
Well, not necessarily. I care about the comments. I care about the good comments. Like that's what keeps me going, is just seeing those good comments of just like the way, and then the DMs people send me.
What kind of DMs are you getting? I don't know.
I get a lot of positive DMs, man, that are just overwhelming. Of like, I just read one today. It was some kid saying, "Hey, man, I saw your video of you saying you know got off of the needle, and it inspired me to go to rehab, and I'm clean now." And that's just so many DMs, brother. People tell me they're getting clean, bro. So shout out to everybody who's getting clean, man. For real. That's overwhelming, and that's what keeps me going, brother. Is just knowing that I inspire people in recovery, and I just inspire people.
When you open up your DMs and your messages, what are you hoping to see when you open the messages?
Just positivity, just like something like entertaining. You know, I like when I'm bored, like I try to make a dent in my DMs. You know, I try to just do something in there.
Have you had people mimic you and what you do and like send it back to you or post their own videos?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Do they trip you out?
Yeah. Just recently, the like, I don't know, more like different people have been like, just all kinds of people, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Have you had any like notable people like comment or like or do anything on your page?
Like, well, I know Good Charlotte follows me. Shout out Good Charlotte. I love Good Charlotte.
Dude,
man.
that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're saying that things are just starting to get crazy, how does that make you feel? Are you excited that you're like, man, I've built this up and I'm here now? Or are you like, damn, dude, like, kind of what is this?
I'm just struggling because I know I'm struggling with my addiction, and I'm just struggling with my addiction, and you know, I know that I have a good opportunity in front of me, and I just need to lock in, but it's hard.
Yeah. Well, I think you've shown though that you can. Like when you look at the amount of times that you post and how consistent you are, man. It's like, I don't know if you look at it as you're like, oh, well, like, of course I do that. Or like, how else would I do that or whatever. But for other people, even me, like I do this for work. It's hard to be at it live like that. It's not scheduled postings that you're batch recording and you know, putting out. You're actually on the phone all day, going at it, hitting it.
I hope to see like a future in this, you know, like I hope to see whether it be me just playing one stupid part in the background of a movie, or one stupid fucking little clip of me screaming in a fucking movie, or just whatever it is, bro. I just want to use this opportunity to set me and my family up forever.
Definitely. But you want to make a career in entertainment.
Yeah.
This is definitely what you love to do, is entertain people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got a great future in it, dude. I think you crush it. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, right? Yeah. Everybody loves everything that they watch.
I just need a little guidance, you know. I just need guidance, you know, in time to like figure my life out, you know, get my ducks in a row, as they say.
For sure. All right, well let's wrap up the show. We got a ton of the story, you know, already here for everybody to watch. If they want to see more of it, they can follow on Instagram. All the links are going to be below. They can see everything. Thanks so much for coming in and sharing your story, bro.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it. And I think all the fans, you know, your fans are really going to appreciate it too and be excited.
Yeah. I hope I'm just glad to talk and get a little bit more of like the behind the scenes out.
All right, man. Well, I'll leave the floor to you. Anything you want to say to them before you close the show? The floor is all yours.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for just supporting everything that I do. Thank you for all the stupid shit, supporting the stupid shit I do. Just everything. I love you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm never gonna quit. Straight up.
All right, bro. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Look at man.